Welcome to Appealing Solutions video series. Navigating the health insurance appeal process can be complex, but with the right knowledge and strategy, you can improve your chances of success. This presentation really is designed to equip you with those tools and insights needed to craft a compelling appeal to your insurance company. To start, our first video here will provide you a comprehensive overview of the appeals process from start to finish. We'll cover key topics such as the appeal process itself, essential documentation, how to structure your appeal letter, submission guidelines, and important follow-up actions. So with that, let's dive in and take that first step to a successful appeal. Today, we're going to begin by understanding what health insurance appeals are, followed by the necessary documentation. Next, we'll discuss how to write a compelling appeal letter. We'll then explore the submission process and conclude with tips on following up after your appeal. Before you start your appeal, it's essential to understand the fundamentals of health insurance appeals and the common reasons for denials. This knowledge will help you navigate the process more effectively. A health insurance appeal is just a formal request to reconsider a decision made by your insurance company regarding coverage. It allows you to challenge denials and seek the benefits you believe that you are entitled to. Insurance claims really can be denied for various reasons, including lack of medical necessity, out-of-network services, or insufficient documentation. Understanding these reasons can really help you address them in your appeal. Out of these three common reasons for denial, one denial that really stands out the most is lack of medical necessity. Unfortunately, insurance companies usually use the lack of medical necessity as a catch-all if they feel that they don't want to provide coverage for your claim. There are two types of appeals, internal and external. An internal appeal is where you submit to your insurer, your healthcare provider, while an external appeal involves getting a third-party reviewer to assess the case if the internal appeal is denied. A lot of times that third-party reviewer is part of the state. For instance, if your healthcare provider is out of the state of Virginia, then the state of Virginia has a third-party process in which they will review those denials and appeals. Collecting the right documentation is crucial for building a strong appeal. In this section, we outline the essential information that you will need in order to support your case more effectively. First, start by carefully reviewing your denial letter from the insurance company. This is going to provide insights into the specific reasons for the denial and any relevant policy provisions that were cited. These are usually on the first page of your denial letter, and they are clearly detailed with both the code and the reason for denial. Next, you're really going to want to gather all of your medical records, any bills you might have, or any other relevant documentation to your case. This information will support your argument by showing the necessity of the denied services. So if you have a denial reason of it's not medically relevant, it's not medically necessary, then this documentation here is going to help bolster your cause to show the insurance company that yes, this procedure, this treatment, this drug is medically necessary for me. Next, you're really going to want to talk to your healthcare providers. You're going to want to gather letters from them if possible, and they can be absolutely invaluable in your appeal. These letters should explain why the treatment was necessary and how it aligns with your medical needs. Writing your appeals letter. Your appeal letter is the heart of the appeal process. This section will guide you on how to structure your letter and make a compelling argument to your insurance company. First, you're going to want to begin with your contact information and that of the insurance company. Your contact information doesn't just include your name, your address, your phone number. When we're talking about appeals letters, your contact information should have multiple things: your name, your phone number, your address. Also, you need to include your date of birth and your policy information for your insurance company. Also, in your contact information, you're going to want to include your letter denial number. And that number usually is on the very top right of your denial page, on the first page. You're going to want to include all of that information under your contact information. Secondly, you're really going to want to use a clear and professional tone. Make sure to include all of your relevant policy numbers and dates, like I just said, but we want to focus on making everything clear and concise. Your insurance company doesn't like fluff. We just want clear and concise wording. Next, you're really going to want to structure your letter logically in order to enhance its readability. It needs to be able to flow from one section to the next. Here at Appealing Solutions, we can help you do that. We can help you properly structure your letter so that all of these critical elements are present. You need to be absolutely explicit about the reason that you are appealing the decision. Reference specific parts of that denial letter and the policy that supports your case. Clarity is key in making your argument compelling. Now, when looking at specific policy that supports your case, a lot of times on Google, you can find specific policy information that is for that specific insurance company. So, for example, United Healthcare has guidelines and policies that are in PDF form online that get into the nitty-gritty in what they will approve, what they will not approve. And a lot of times you can cite their own policies in getting them to reverse their denial for you. As part of your package, you're going to want to attach all of your documentation to substantiate your claim. This is going to include your medical records, any bills you might have, and any letters from your healthcare providers. Ensure that all of your evidence is organized and clearly labeled. Nowadays, when you're submitting a packet, everything is going to be digital. So make sure that when you are submitting either via email or if your insurance company maybe has an electronic Dropbox, that everything is in one file and that all of those elements are present in that one file. Your medical records, your letters from healthcare providers, your appeals letter. So moving on. Once you are ready to submit your appeal, once that you compose that appeals letter, you feel it's ready to go, it's time to submit it. So follow your insurance company's procedures carefully and ensure your appeal is properly received and considered. Each insurance company has its own procedures. They have their own guidelines when it comes to submitting these appeals. Make sure that you follow these guidelines closely. Include where to send your appeal and how to submit any of the accompanying documents in your research. This is especially pertinent on an era of the digital age. So before you would have fax, you would have snail mail. Now, a lot of times insurance companies, because they are in that digital age, they're using secured file drop boxes. They're also using an email format where you can email your documents to one of their claims representatives. All of this information on where to submit, how to submit, it is included in your denial letter that your insurance company sent you. It is very important to note any deadlines associated with your appeal. Some insurance companies may say you only have 30 to 60 days from your denial letter in order to submit an appeal. Others may not have any deadlines. So it is important to know what those deadlines are. As I said before, those deadlines, all of that submission information, that is going to be included in your denial letter that you receive from the insurance companies. Missing deadlines. This is a big one. If you miss a deadline that your insurance company has, it could result in further complications. So always, always, always make sure that you identify those timeframes and those deadlines before you submit your appeals. Always keep copies of your appeals letter and any documentation that you send to the insurance company. This is going to save you. So, in the digital age, it's really easy to save all of this information to your hard drive on your computer. Back in the days of snail mail, you would have to go to a copy machine, copy all those documents, print them out, and have them for your own records. Make sure that you save it to a file that you know where to find on your computer. That way, in the event the insurance company loses your information, they say you didn't submit a claim, you already have that information in a file ready to go and ready to resubmit. So having a well-organized record is going to be essential for future reference and follow-up actions with your insurance company. After submitting your appeal, it's really important to follow up. Being proactive can help ensure that your appeal is reviewed and processed in a timely manner. Now, most insurance companies have anywhere between 30 and 45 days for a standard appeal to make their determination. There are differences in types of appeal notifications. If you have an emergency appeal versus a standard appeal, those timeframes are going to be different. Okay, so make sure that when looking at those timeframes, you understand how long your insurance company has in order to make their decision. Once again, this information is going to be in your denial letter sent to you by the insurance company. Be sure to reach out to your insurance company's customer service in order to inquire about the status of your appeal. Always be polite, but be persistent. Make sure you take notes and record these conversations if you are able to. The thing about being persistent and being polite, this is key. This is key because at the first stage of appeals, your insurance company can absolutely deny your appeal. They can deny it really for any reason, but if you're nice, if you're persistent, you're going to gain a lot more support with that kind of attitude than you would if you were going to maybe try and pick a fight with the customer service representative. If your appeal is denied, do not lose hope. Review the denial reasons carefully and consider whether to escalate your case to an external review or potentially look at some legal options that you may have. Escalating your appeal to a third party is essential. That is going to be your next step, is to talk to that third party. In the event that that third party reverses your denial from your insurance company, they will override your insurance company and your insurance company will pay if that third party forces that reversal. So it is essential not to lose hope. Just because your appeal is denied by your insurance company, this does not mean that the third party will deny it as well. If necessary, You can take a look at that external review, and if all else fails, the external review didn't work, your appeals process didn't work with your insurance company, you can take a look at other legal options that you might have. And this will be talking to a lawyer within the medical field that can better assist you through that process. Navigating the health insurance appeal process can be overwhelming. I know, I've done it myself. But if you have the right knowledge and documentation, that can make a significant impact on your chances of getting that appeals denial reversed. Here at Appealing Solutions Medical Advocacy Partners, we are dedicated to guiding you through every step, from consultation to drafting your appeals letter. You don't have to go through this process alone. We're going to be here to provide you with the support and expertise that you need for a successful appeal. So take the next step today. Call us or visit our website to schedule your free consultation. Let's work together and secure that healthcare you deserve.